Good afternoon, everyone. The topic for discussion is layoff, which means the failure or refusal or inability of an employer on account of shortage of coal, power, or raw materials, or the accumulation of stock, or the breakdown of machinery, or natural calamity, or any other connected reason to give employment to a workman whose name is borne on the muster rolls of his industrial establishment and who has not been retrenched. To understand this better, it is really important for us to understand what retrenchment means. Retrenchment means a termination of the employer of the service of a workman for any reason whatsoever. Can also be a punishment inflicted by way of disciplinary action, but does not include voluntary retirement of the workman, retirement of the workman on reaching the age of superannuation, if the contract of employment between the employer and the workman concerned contains a stipulation in that behalf, or termination of the services of the workman as a result of the ongoing of the contract of employment between the employer and the workman concerned on expiration of such contract being terminated or under a stipulation in that behalf contained therein. The third point here would be termination of the services of a workman on the grounds of continued ill health. Now, let's also understand what closure means. Closure means the permanent closing down of a place of employment or a part thereof. Now, under Section 25K of Industrial Disputes Act 1947, the application of Chapter 5B dealing with special provisions relating to layoff, retrenchment, and closure is mentioned. Now, the provision mentioned mentions the area where the Chapter 5B of the Industrial Disputes Act 1947 applies. Now, the provision of this chapter shall apply to any industrial establishment in which not less than 200 workmen were employed on an average per working day for the preceding 12 months. If a question arises whether an industrial establishment is of a seasonal character or whether work is performed therein only intermittently, the decision of the appropriate government will be held as final. Now, special provisions relating to layoff: no workman other than a Badli workman or a casual workman whose name is borne on the master rolls of an industrial establishment to which the chapter applies shall be laid off by his employer if there is a government notification. This being due to shortage of power or natural calamity like flood, fire, explosion, etc. Where the workman in a mine has been laid off due to fire, flood, or explosion, the employer in relation to that establishment has to inform the appropriate government within 30 days of such layoffs for permission to grant that layoff. The workman needs to be heard. The genuineness and accuracy of such layoffs needs to be recorded in writing. Grant or refusal to ensure that this permission is given is also has also to be recorded, and a copy of such orders to be communicated by the government to the employer and such worker or workman. If the government does not respond within 60 days from the date of application, the permission is deemed to be granted from the expiry of 60 days. The government can refer such cases to the tribunal for adjudication. It generally passes an award within 30 days of such reference. We also need to understand that if no permission has been sought for such layoffs, when it is considered illegal, and the worker can be entitled to and should be entitled to all the benefits of such establishment for such period of the order. The provision of Section 25C shall apply to cases referred in the sanction. A workman is not considered laid off if he has been gainfully employed in the same village with the same pay and almost similar work. Constitutional validity of Section 25M, let's look at it. In Papanasam Labor Union versus Madura Courts, it was provided that in the greater public interest for maintaining industrial peace and harmony and to prevent unemployment without cause, this rule was not to be considered arbitrary or unreasonable to operate far in excess of the need. Now, the other cases that we could go back and check in our textbooks are BWSSP versus Rajapad, then Lijat Papad versus Ratanmala, Royal Calcutta Club Mazdoor Union versus State of West Bengal, and Gandhi Ashram versus its workmen. So these cases will give you a better understanding of the topic that we have discussed. Thank you very much. My name is Bindu Zachariah George. I hope you enjoyed the session, but please do not forget to go back and check your textbooks. Thank you.